Welcome back to the show, everybody. Well, you know what? It may be gratitude month, but I tell you one thing, in crypto, it is crypto demolition month, ladies and gentlemen. The crypto inferno continues. This time, it may be grayscale. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for exclusive content. $868 billion market cap. We're off by 0.4%. Right now, Bitcoin is 16,500 plus. Ethereum is 1,100 plus, almost 1,200 bucks. And we see XRP right now at 40 cents. We're up 5.6% on the 7-day. And ladies and gentlemen, I like to diversify. You know it. And I love my sponsor. Gold is security. Glenn, it's key. And you can spend gold like money, baby, because it's God's money. And what Glenn has done has solved the problem of giving you the most reliable money in the world and being able to spend it at your convenience. And I don't mind telling you, you can also have this physically allocated gold delivered to you up until a certain point. So make sure you check it out and see if it's right for yourself. Link underneath the video. I love it. I encourage you to know this. Once you start using Glint and start buying gold, physically allocated gold, not paper gold, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to go back the other way. I tell you, it is a remarkable feeling to be able to do it. Look right here. Let's get it trending. It's Hinman emails, and it's coming from Mr. I right here, Troomers Only. He said, how does the XRP feel about each of us tweeting Hinman emails? I'll tell you how I feel about it. I think we need to do it. And I think we can get this trending by the end of the day or certainly by tomorrow morning. Shout out to Mr. I for that. If you haven't watched the video this morning on the update of what's going on in the SEC versus Ripple case, go watch that video. The window is closing, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to want to know it. Right here, it was just revealed. This is from Crypto Vinso right here. It was just revealed that several Congress members tried to stop the SEC's inquiry to FTX. They sent a letter criticizing the SEC for looking into probe FTX exchange. 62% of them received campaign donations from FTX employees. Now, this is just breaking here, ladies and gentlemen, but you need to know this. And we need to drill down and try to really verify all of this information, but it does appear to be on point. Right here, breaking, a congressman tried to stop the SEC from inquiring about FTX by questioning the authority to inquire about crypto at all. Now, we know that there have been a stable of Congress people saying, hey, the SEC has no right to be into crypto. And that's what they're pointing to here. Now, it adds a different perspective to understand that it's quite possible that 5 of these 8 members mentioned received campaign donations from FTX ranging from $2,900 to $11,600. And according to Nancy Pelosi stock tracker here, of those 8 congressmen, 4 were Democrats and 4 were Republicans. Well, this is why I won't be on either side. Tom Emmer, Ted Budd, Byron Donalds, Warren Davidson, Jack Auchincloss, and Josh Gottenheimer, Richie Torres, and Darren Soto. Those are the people named here. And then it really starts to make you wonder, if they took money from FTX, you cannot help but to begin to ask questions. What was the real motivation there? Was it because they truly believe that crypto is not to be overseen and regulated by the SEC, which I don't believe it is? Or was there another agenda now that you know that they've taken money from FTX potentially here, if this information is accurate? And could there have been another motive to keep the SEC off of this? I don't know. I tell you one thing, when I look at all of this, I really start to see the trouble. Let me mute that for all of us right quickly here. 1 second. I don't know how all you feel, but I tell you, I got to say that all of this makes me extremely uncomfortable. And if there's nothing left to be said about this moment we are in, who can you really, really count on? that is in Congress. I don't care what side of the aisle they sit on, but who can you really count on to know that they are there for the good of this country and not potentially their own coffers? It's quite questionable, isn't it? I hope we get more information that defines that, and I hope to hear from any of the congressmen that receive donations about any possible motivations or not. So we'll bring that to you as we find out. Binance, however, in the meantime, has released proof of reserve system. This is all based on the FTX collapse. And by the way, we've got breaking news. We have a major piece of news to break to you today, and it is on Grayscale. Bear with us here. Binance released proof of reserve system. It says here, Binance proof of reserve system, as far as this was today, it says the POR system features Bitcoin at the first stage. Binance has 575,742.4228 Bitcoin in customer net balance and 582,485.9302 Bitcoin in on-chain reserves. All of this is an attempt to show transparency and clarity that they're not going to be another FTX. Again, things are breaking quickly. On the CBDC gold front, I have been a big believer that we see a monetary shift as we move into the release of these central bank digital currencies, and certainly from the G7, G20. And I believe that we will see a return to the gold standard, at least for those major economies, backing the new dollars, the new CBDCs, whether it be wholesale or retail or both. And potentially seeing that and then having the introduction of things like XLM, XRP, and other what we call utility tokens to be able to facilitate this new monetary financial system and payment rails. And here from Ghana is working on a new policy regime where gold will be used to buy oil products rather than U.S. dollar reserves. Well, doesn't this push us more to the conversation of everything I just laid out? If implemented as envisioned, says Gold Telegraph, the new policy will fundamentally change our balance of payments and significantly reduce the persistent depression of their currency in Ghana. This is the problem. Central bank digital currency infrastructure support provider eCurrency has announced the extension of its existing arrangement with the Bank of Jamaica for a full-scale rollout. And if I get right here, it says the Bank of Jamaica has highlighted some hiccups that could potentially slow down the adoption of CBDC ahead of the launch in December 2023, so just about a year from now. The banking regulator disclosed this at the Public Administration Appropriations Committee meeting, with a dearth of merchants being the main challenge. The advantages are clear, but if you don't have people coming on board, but whatever advantages that there may be won't be achieved, so it would be a good idea that will never manifest, said Fitz Jackson, a member of parliament. Currently, only the National Commercial Bank, however, is fully operational to deploy the CBDC, while the Jamaica National Bank is making strides in developing a mobile wallet to support that central bank digital currency. Now, let's get to this. Barry Silbert from Grayscale Digital Currency Group has revealed his crypto firm, Grayscale, has over $2 billion in debt and bankruptcy is imminent. In a bull market, everyone looks like a genius. In a bear market, you finally see how 99% of these so-called experts were full of crap. And take a look at this. Mr. Whale reports, breaking: Barry Silbert, founder of DCG, in his note to shareholders, said that DCG has borrowed $575 million due in May 2023, just 6 months from now, from his other firm, Genesis Global Capital, known as GGC. In another recent news, Bloomberg reported that GGC has $2.8 billion in outstanding loans. Again, the controlled demolition is becoming very, very obvious to me that FTX was designed to cripple and rip down the underpinning of the current infrastructure of this new emerging asset class. And it is clear to me in my digital perspectives that this is all being done and money well spent, according to the central monopolists, I believe, to invest in ripping down the infrastructure and their underpinning so they can come in and buy this space up pennies on the dollar. And by the way, a lot of you were thinking, now wait a minute, you're telling me they spent billions of dollars so they can rip this space down and yes, buy it back at pennies on the dollar, and then they control it all. And as I have said multiple times, crypto itself is a very, very small part of what we're moving into in the fourth industrial revolution here. What we're talking about is crypto itself being a very small percentage, if any left at all, in what the new world frame financial structure will look like. All the value is going to be tokenized. Whatever is going to be classified as cryptocurrencies is going to be a very small market, if it's a market at all. And I think this is clear evidence of the cascading effects of FTX and watching big players that have been in this space from almost day one here come crashing to the ground. Head on a swivel, ladies and gentlemen. Ledger is having a Black Friday special. There is a special code underneath of this video for you to get it. It's not going to last much longer, so make sure it's not your keys, not your crypto. It'd be a good idea to get off the exchanges. Check out all the links of all the products and services I have out underneath the video. They're great. I'm telling you, I use them. I know you probably need to. Most of them have great specials and deals, so make sure you check them out for yourself. Not financial advice, just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.